Hello guys, what is going on? It's Zach here, and I've got another random map game, of course. I'd be a bit worried if I didn't have another random map game, because that is the majority of what I seem to be doing these days. And who have we actually got playing well today? We do have TheViper versus Doubt. Pretty monumental matchup indeed, and you may have known from the interview that I did a while ago that Doubt is actually struggling a little bit at the moment with his hand. Doubt is actually hurt his hand. He's got no feeling in his left hand at all, which does make it very hard for him to play at the moment, but he is practicing for the GML, looking to try and get into shape so that he can actually compete in the GML well. And so he's having some practice games against various people. This one of course is against TheViper, TheViper being in green down to the very south of the map, and Doubt himself up to the north in red, up to the very top. They're both playing as Mayans, and the map is Regicide Fortress. We've seen quite a bit of this recently, and Doubt also said in his interview that Regicide Fortress is one of his favourite maps, and I think it was Doubt who said that. It might have been Chris, but I'm sure he likes Regicide Fortress anyway, and he feels that with his hand really disabling him, he's not playing up to standard at the moment, so we'll have to see how this one goes. But I thought I'd do this game anyway because it is leading up to the GML, and Doubt is going to be playing, so it's kind of nice to see him back, and he's kind of has come back for the tournament, which is absolutely great. So let's have a look at what the map is looking like. There's not really else a lot to see at this moment in time. Doubt's map looking a bit bad, to be honest, I've got to say. This gold mostly obscured by the houses and the barracks here, and of course this wall, and also it's at the front as well, which makes it very easy to attack from the Viper, which is kind of unfortunate that his gold is in that position. His secondary gold is to the side, outside of the walls, and his other gold is out of the front, so not so great map for gold for Doubt, and he has got stone at the back here, which is kind of safe. I think he's going to be okay with that for the time being, but very unfortunate about this gold here. Viper's map is looking kind of interesting as well. He's got gold very close to the edge, but almost covered by that watchtower, so that's not too much of a big deal. And he has got stone and berries. They're all it's very much squashed towards the back of the map here, and I think that's probably a good thing for him though, because although it means he's going to have a little bit of trouble getting to these berries, although it's not really so much of a big deal, it means that everything's sort of out of the way and he's got more room to build, and that is kind of what he wants. Whereas Doubt, it's a little bit more messy and he's got a little bit less space to work with, but that's fine for now anyway. They're both playing as Mayans as well. That's something pretty cool. I do love Mayans, and we'll probably see something along the lines of a fast castle, and then either an attack at Castle Age or just working on the economy up to Imperial. And of course we will see much faster times as well, as one of the nice things about Regicide Fortress is you start with a hell of a lot of villagers, and that is pretty cool, and it makes it one of those game modes that gets very quick to get underway, and that is something I quite like about this. You may have seen a while ago we trialed the 6 villager start in the Forgotten Empires, and that would be really awesome if it kind of got put in, but then again it's going to change the way Age of Empires is played. Though I do honestly think that the 6 villager start is kind of interesting. It does mean that you can, of course, attack a lot sooner and a lot more can happen. Oh! Viper, he's got his king out on the plain there, and Doubt found it, of course, actually scouting with his king there to get extra line of sight. And if we have a look, there we go, there's Viper's point of view. That king being chased down by the eagle warrior, that would be terrible. Obviously scouting with your king is great, but if they get killed by an eagle warrior or something, that is not so good. Luckily Fatso can run pretty quickly, and that is all good. And obviously as well, Jordan is just spectating, he's not actually playing this game. Viper is up to the Castle Age now, as is Doubt. This is pretty neck and neck right now, and I think Doubt may even be slightly in the lead. It's 26 pop to 26 pop, and Doubt is, I think, just going to hit Castle first, but there's only going to be a fraction of a second in it anyway. Also as well, Viper's map, as I said, is decent inside of his base. He's got gold at the front here, which is kind of covered by these 2 towers, so that's not so bad, and he does have gold at the front as well. So for gold they're fairly even. A little bit of gold in the corner of the map here, but I doubt either of them are actually going to find that, as oh wow, okay, never mind, Viper has found that. That could be a real advantage to him if this game does go into the late game. we'll have to wait and see for that one. And I'm going to keep things speeding on up until we get to castle. We've got mines, so we're probably going to see some plumed archers. Plumed archers are really cheap, really quick to build, and obviously having the castle to begin with does mean that plumed archers are a very real possibility. There we go, a couple of plumed archers from the Viper there, bringing up another 2 town centres as well. Pretty standard stuff, 3 TC for him, and Doubt will probably do the same, putting a town centre on this gold at the front here. Very important thing to do that, as he really needs to keep this gold safe, and that is going to help him to do so, of course. His second town centre likely to be going up somewhere else as well, or third even town centre likely to be going up somewhere else as well, and both of them going in with the plumed archers right now. Of course, this stage is where the upgrades to the plumed archers is really important. Every little upgrade has so much difference it can make. You probably heard FH talking about how important the upgrades are when we did that analysis video, and it is true, the upgrades are so important. At the moment, Viper has no upgrades at all. Doubt has already got his fletching done. Bodkin Arrow might not be for a little while yet, and Viper may decide not to get fletching just yet either. He's going to want to work on his economy, make sure he can continue to produce villagers, and then he can keep his plumed archers inside of his walls until he decides to attack anyway. Second, third town centre up, and Doubt with his second up right now, waiting to see where he's going to put his third down. But kind of oh, there it is, on the front here. And he decided to put it on the front, and I'm a bit curious as to why he decided to put it there. Maybe so that he can secure this little gap into his base. That could be the reason, but also I think it would have made more sense to put it here on this gold, because it's still on the wood, and he still would have had gold there as well. But obviously he's decided to put it on the front for a reason, and I can only imagine that it's to help protect this gap here, as that is a very open pathway into his base. If Viper does decide to make Eagle Warriors, Elite Eagle Warriors even, then that could be very messy if some Eagle Warriors sneak in here and start gutting out his villagers, and that may just happen, though obviously I haven't watched this game back yet, so I can't say for sure. Viper sticking his king in this tower, because why not, eh? Also as well, we'll probably see some siege workshops pretty soon. There's no reason why they wouldn't be getting any siege workshops. And in comes Doubt with a few plumed archers here. Viper does have the high ground, but Doubt could take this because he has got fletching, and Viper is missing fletching right now. And I think, well, Doubt is going to have a tough time if he's going to be forced to have that watchtower firing on him. Losing 1 plumed archer for the Viper so far, pretty nicely done from Doubt, picking off 1 there, and Doubt is going to hang on to the high ground, whilst Doubt sort of keeps his map control and keeps Viper in his base for the time being. Viper, though, probably pretty secure in what he's doing, and at the moment there's no telltale signs of what plan he's going to go for, what he's actually going to go and do. So I may as well keep speeding things on up, and at the moment just creating more and more what are they called? Plumed archers. More and more plumed archers coming out, and Doubt looking like he's going to get quite a few already actually, and just start to make sure he gets the map control. We may see the relics being taken up as well. That is something fairly usual to see, and I think Viper, yeah, he has of course got his +1 now. He noticed that Doubt had +1 attack, and he decided that I need to get fletching so that I don't end up getting absolutely owned in battle. So that is exactly what he's done, retreating back into his town. Population wise, we're at Viper 65, Doubt 72. I think Doubt has got a lot more army at this stage actually, looking to pick off some villagers here, but Viper spots him very quickly. Doubt forced to retreat, and he's still not lost any plumed archers just yet. Doubt's score fairly close to Viper's, but though it is slightly further ahead. We have a look at their military right now. I believe that Doubt will have a lot more archers. He's got 20 plumed archers, and the Viper has 11, and that is why Doubt has so much more population advantage. Economy wise, they are exactly neck and neck. Doubt probably with 1 more villager, and right now there really isn't a lot going on, and I'm just kind of waiting for something interesting to happen. Who will reach the Imperial Age first and launch an attack, or perhaps even who will make a siege workshop at the front of the town and go in with a mangonel, or maybe even a petard bust, because you can of course make petards. 2 petards to take down a wall piece really isn't so hard to do, and it could be possible Doubt just looking to try and pick away at Viper's villagers. Don't think he's going to be very successful though. Viper is very good at having very good map awareness and actually spotting when something appears on his map and then actually taking it out very quickly, or garrisoning side of a town centre or a watchtower very quickly. So Doubt probably not going to have so much success with that. He's continuing to make plumed archers right now, and it looks to me like he is going to be reaching the imperial age possibly before probably. We're gonna have to wait and see for that one, and of course keep things speeding up while he's working on his economy. There's really not a lot to see, and making a town centre here where I said earlier, so we did decide that was a good place to put one after all, and still trying to come forwards and pick this off. If Viper comes around now, he's going to trap him in there. That is a good move by him. Going to be able to take out most of these plumed archers there. Very well played by the Viper, and Doubt losing quite a few plumed archers for nothing. That was a little bit of a bad mistake, getting himself wedged in there. He just tried to pick away a little bit too much, and Viper caught him off guard. Very well played by him, but here he is again coming in from another side, trying to pick off more villagers, and that's one thing that's nice about Mayans, of course. The plumed archers with 6 range, they can actually fire over and try and hit villagers. But for the time being, they're not going to be so great at killing off villagers when the town centres have 6 range themselves. They are slightly short ranged, which does mean that it makes it a little bit more awkward. In comes Viper though, with quite a few plumed archers out the front now, and Doubt trying to take this gold, but unable to do so because this little army here stopped him from doing that, and now he's got a few idle villagers. He's going to have to get some more plumed archers out so that he can actually deal with this little army at the front of his town, and he's going to want to do that pretty quickly, as he will lose a lot of villagers if Viper does come in, and he doesn't get his villagers inside the town centre fast enough. Taking 1 or 2 plumed archers there, really not so much going on, and trying to reinforce as well. Military wise, well, he's on 29 plumed archers and 1 monk. Viper is on 17, so in theory Doubt should be able to win fairly easily if he does get an engagement with these units here. He's really looking to do so, and he's trying to look to head him off as well. Viper at the front with a castle now, and that is going to be interesting, making a monastery as well, looking probably to collect the relics. There we go, a couple of free villagers for Doubt, but whoa, not even a free villager. He didn't actually manage to kill one. That was kind of unfortunate, and now the castle goes up, Viper is going to actually have a pretty nice secure area on this stone and of course on this gold, and a second castle of course does mean that he's going to be able to produce a lot more plumed archers as well. Going up to the imperial age now, and Doubt is looking to be a little bit further behind with that. He's not going imperial just yet. He does have a higher score lead, but it does mean, of course, that he's going to be out-teched very shortly, and he's continuing to make plumed archers. He does need a little bit more food, and that is something that he's missing right now. Killing off a couple of Viper's plumed archers still, but he's going to have to get away from that castle, otherwise he's going to throw away units like that. There's 1 and 2 that really didn't have to die there. A little bit of messy control by Doubt there, and a couple of really weak plumed archers as well. So not looking so great for him at the moment. Viper's going to reach Imperial pretty soon. 113 pop for him and 130 for Doubt. Obviously continuing to build villages as much as he can. Getting in range of that castle again. It's not something that wants to be going on here. He really does need to stay out of range of the castle, because he will lose so many plumed archers if he does that. He's attacking the mining camp here, and he really needs to get in control of this army and actually make sure that he's not losing plumed archers unnecessarily. Look at all these really weakened now, and he's going to have to be very careful there. Because even if you look like you're outnumbering your opponent, if all of your units are a lot weaker, you will probably end up losing the battle overall, which is something that you've got to be very careful of. Getting up his second castle now, and he is of course going up to the Imperial Age as well, making an archery range at the back, probably to get Thumb Ring, and that is an important research if you are mainly making archer units. Making them fire faster, of course, does mean they can do more damage in a shorter period of time. And out comes the Viper now with his villagers coming forwards. What's he going to do? Is he going to build another castle? Well, no, he's not. He's not got enough resources to. Oh, no, he is. He's already put it down. That's why. And that castle is going to be in a terrible spot even for Doubt. He's just reached Imperial now. That castle's going to go up. It's going to fire upon his villagers, and then a Trebuchet is going to come out. Doubt just getting town watch in time, and that is probably just going to give him a little bit of line of sight on this. He can see it, that is for sure, but whether he notices it there or not is another story. He might be sending these plumed archers over there now, but what if the castle goes up in time? He really can't afford to lose this, and he's got to take out this castle, otherwise it's going to be really hard for him to gain control of this area, and Viper probably will get control of that. He's going to go and engage that now. The castle might just go up. He's going to try and focus down the villagers, and of course Viper's got his army there as well. He's got the hill advantage. He's still trying to attack the villagers, but the castle's going to go up anyway, and that means that the plumed archers are of course going to get killed off, and that is very unfortunate for Doubt, and that does mean that Viper has got a very good foothold on this little area of the map. It's going to be a real nightmare for Doubt to combat this now, because Viper, of course, is going to pump out a couple of trebuchets from there perhaps and actually do so much damage. That is not going to be good for him at all. Trebuchet coming out of this castle back here, and a couple of siege workshops as well. Likely to see a couple of mangonels, and that does mean that plumed archers are going to have to be microed very well in order to avoid the shots from the mangonel. Where's Doubt going? Well, he's sending villagers over this side to make a lumber camp, kind of exposed right there. He has got oh no, he doesn't have enough for another castle, so he's going to have to be very careful to make sure that this is kept safe. Actually building a castle here, kind of close to his original one. Maybe here would be better, but never mind, he's going to build one there anyway. And there we go with the Imperial Age upgrade. He's going to be able to make a trebuchet now. It's just whether or not he's going to be able to get this castle down or not before this town centre is lost. And of course all of these villagers now unable to collect resources properly are a little bit of a nightmare for him, and a second castle going up for TheViper as well. Plumed archers coming in from him also. Plumed archers against elite plumed archers now. That does mean that they have more HP and more range, not more attack though. And of course now Viper does have a bracer as well. It's going to make it very hard for Doubt to actually fight these head on, even with equal numbers. He is going to struggle to take out the plumed archers from the Viper. He might just be able to get a trebuchet out and take out this castle in time, but in come two trebuchets from the Viper already. Looks like he's going to be targeting this castle down here, and if he does take the castle out, then that is just going to open up a massive gap where the Viper can just run in and do so much damage. And now it's just really important that Doubt takes out these trebuchets, or at least takes out this castle. Looks like he's going to aim down for the trebuchets first, and he's going to be looking to get elite plumed archers pretty soon as well. Let's have a look. Just trebuchets at the moment. Trebuchets coming out from all of the castles, and he's desperately trying to get control of this area of the map and take these castles out. If he can do that, of course, then he's going to be in a much better position, but it's going to be pretty tough to do so, and he's going to have to make sure he gets quite a few trebuchets in order to do that as well, repairing his castle as it gets damaged. Looking like Viper's pretty strong here, though the scores are telling me that it's fairly neck and neck right now, but it's to be judged, you see, by eye, because in comes the elite plumed archers from the Viper, and Doubt is going to have to try and engage these. Going to be kind of tough because he's not got the upgrades he needs, and these guys have more range, so he can pick off the villagers at range without even being attacked, and that is a nightmare for him. But it looks like Doubt is going to get enough trebuchets here just to take out either the castle or even the trebuchets of the Viper. Of course now Doubt with chemistry as well, meaning that his trebuchets do more damage, that his plumed archers do more damage as well, and that is very important. That is probably going to give him a little bit of, not an advantage, but it's going to give him some help. But he's got to be very careful with these plumed archers. They're lacking the range. Viper does have an extra 1 range on him, and he's just lost a lot of plumed archers there because Viper's elite plumed archers came in and did so much damage. Looking like Viper is just going to continue to push forwards, take out these trebuchets from Doubt, and Doubt really not going to be able to do so much about it. He's going to lose this castle, and if that castle goes down, it could be very much over for him. I mean, if that castle goes down, he can easily send his plumed archers in, and Viper's plumed archers at this stage, well, they're just a little bit more formidable than Doubt's at the moment. Doubt is missing an upgrade somewhere. Oh, he's missing one defensive armor upgrade, and it looks to me like Viper could end up winning this game just through a Trebuchet war. That's kind of cool, but he's continuing to push forwards now. He's got even more Trebuchets and even more plumed archers behind, and of course the Rams coming in as well. The Rams take out the Trebuchets so quickly, and that one is going to go down, and probably this one and this one as well. Once the Trebuchets are gone, then it's going to be easy for the Viper to actually get back at this. Of course, the capped Rams absorbing the fire from the plumed archers, and Viper can just easily then just get in there and attack the elite plumed archers of Doubt. Now he has got the numbers advantage, coming in with villagers. What's he doing? Thought he was going to go and attack the villagers, the castle with villagers. He's even got a capped ram on there, and the capped ram isn't even being taken out. It looks like this castle is likely to go down. One more hit, I believe, and it's going to be gone. Just now. No, yeah, there we go, and it's down. Looks like Viper is going to storm on through here, and Doubt is really looking outnumbered right now. Going to be very tough for him to hold on to this, and it really doesn't look like he's going to actually be able to, there we go, to push back at all. Viper taking that one, it looked fairly easy, I've got to be honest, it looked fairly easy, but you've got to bear in mind that Doubt is a little bit injured right now. He has no feeling in his left hand, so it's hard for him to actually say whether he's hit the buttons or not. But if we have a look at his resources, he did have a lot of resources there. He could have made a lot more plumed archers than he did, and he could have even, if he wanted to, go for elite eagle warriors and gone to harass this area over here, for instance, or this gold, for instance, and do some damage like that. But at the moment, I think he's just recovering, trying to get his head back in the game, and I think once he does that, he can get back on form. Viper, of course, though, showing his usual strength and taking that game what seemed like fairly easily, unfortunately. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this one. I thought I'd bring it to you anyway, because it was a Viper versus Doubt game, and obviously they're both going to be playing in the GML, so it's kind of relevant. And yeah, I've been Zach. I will see you guys next time.